Yes, we're live.
Yes, hello.
Oh, hey, I come down to the Giant Eagle parking lot. I just got out of a PTA event. They got lights here. I figured I'd call, see you guys doing a podcast or what's going on?
Yeah, I think we're recording one of those offline podcasts today.
Oh, I don't know if I want to do that.
Oh,
hey, I gotta go home. I got half of a pizza, and we won 4 cakes at the cake bingo. Suck it.
You bring me any cake?
Suck it, man.
And he's gone.
He's gone.
And
He's so angry.
That interruption is brought to us by Zoo. Yeah. Well, guys, how are you doing today?
Well, this is weird.
Yeah, right. With the live audience isn't here, and we're just offline.
It feels so lonely.
It's a
so
little
different.
It's a little different. There's no like intro or hullabaloo or like anything. Just no fanfare. We're all mixed around. No description. Nobody knows what's going on. But we're gonna
feel lonely. All my friends are here.
Oh man, I'm happy to be here with you.
Me too.
Well, guys, what should we talk about? We don't have any agenda, any plan, any reviews, any news, nothing we're just gonna hang out as friends and shoot the breeze and see what we come up with here.
Want to talk about some plastic?
Yeah, what's up with your Coon there, man?
I'm trying to get Bazite running on it.
All right.
For whatever reason, just because I feel like doing some stuff. Oh man, that fan.
They're massive.
Hey, so you have a case that you got with yours. I'm trying to get a case for mine. What do you have?
Good luck. I'll just have the black.
Okay, so this one
that's not a case. That's a purse.
It is.
This one is
got my wallet in here.
A handbag.
It is. I got my wallet in here. You know, I got my medical cards.
So this one is $32 on AliExpress. I saw. So I think that's the one I'm going to go for because I want to protect this bad boy. It's freaking ginormous. It barely fits in my Waterfield design case, just barely. But then I don't have a place for my Steam Deck.
I was gonna say that case was nice.
That case is beautiful. You should just get another Waterfield.
$70 though.
Didn't your Steam
You
Deck
should
come with
not
a case?
get another Waterfield.
What do you say, Rob?
Use the Steam Deck case. Use the one that came with it.
I mean, you can use a Legion Go case if you have one of those.
Yeah. That's what I was suggesting. If you don't want to wait for AliExpress, just hop on Amazon and find a Legion Go case.
You're right. That should fit as well. I don't know. You know, someone made a joke the other day when we were live broadcasting that we're becoming the flagship Handhelds podcast, and I want to and listen. I want to address the controversy about this because we here are old. Okay, so we'll always love our retro games. But it can be exciting to explore the wild and wacky world of x86 gaming in today's day and age.
You know, 2 years later or whatever, how many years later the Coon came out.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the Coon, it's retro now. I mean, in the
for AYANEO, it's retro. Yeah.
I mean, even in x86, I'd say it's pretty old now.
Yeah, right.
You can't play this game on a retro handheld.
Oh
no!
Oh, that's one of my
favorites. Oh no!
Yeah. And so it begins, Rob. Thank you,
Mikhailov. Who got that for you?
Some guy named Stubbs.
No,
not me.
It wasn't you. Wasn't you?
Wasn't a ban? He's always talking about this game.
Oh no!
I didn't get him. I got him a different game, which was
Rob got me The Last of Waifu.
I think Rob got me Calvin Tucker's animal racing.
Yeah. All right. Well, guys, we're off script. We don't have anything. What should we dig into today, Mikhailov? So here it is, everybody. Okay, we're doing this offline series to go run side by side with our live streams on Mondays. And we're going to have basically a guest on these offline discussions so we can dive into the guest and their life a bit more, really poke and prod and make them uncomfortable as much as possible. And just,
CS wasn't enough?
I mean, it wasn't. Well, and to be honest, like we all missed each other and wanted a chance just to hang out and catch up, because we were talking about making this RH meetup this year. You know, sometime this summer. I've been talking about it. Like, let's get together. Let's invite our patrons out and do some sort of meetup, maybe in the Midwest again.
Nebraska Furniture Mart. Yep.
Browse Furniture Mart.
I think that's just going to be the running joke.
The RH takeover of Nebraska Furniture.
I can't.
I mean, can we get them to sponsor RHCon?
I don't think so.
I mean,
can you get a hold of Warren Buffett?
Maybe Warren Buffett, you know, that's a solid guy. He has sound advice, and he's all good with the investments, and he always eats McDonald's every day. How do these people who eat McDonald's every day live to be so old? I don't know. It makes you question things.
It gives them the preservatives.
Yes.
See, now you're cooking.
Yeah.
Now I'm cooking with fry oil.
Yeah. McDonald's, if you're looking for a podcast to sponsor, actually, no.
Unless you get Zool.
I like how it was a maybe for Warren Buffett though. Like, there's some confidence there that you think you can get him.
I mean, I'm confident that we could get people from other industries, from other niches. I mean, sure, not everyone knows what a retro handheld is or what emulation is, but you can always come by and talk to some bros.
That's true.
I mean, I could think of a few that we saw at what was it? Pepcom, or no, not Pepcom, Showstoppers. There's a couple I think might want to sponsor you, you know? Yeah.
You mean me? You mean us?
Just you individually, like just for
me as
video.
a person?
Okay. You might be able to find some find some handy sponsors.
Yeah.
Guys, I know we didn't have any preamble, and I just sat down and hit record today, so I didn't even get to tell you guys what's going on today. I am kicking myself so hard today. I'm just kicking myself. Speaking of my videos, I released this eGPU video. You guys know I was all hyped for that AYANEO hotness for their AG01. I record the whole video. I spend a week or whatever testing it and making footage the whole time. And I'm like, okay, we get an extra 20 FPS. This is pretty sweet. Pretty cool. All right, we get a bunch of storage. Great. Turns out Russ DMs me the moment I published the video, and he's like, hey, good job keeping your video under 20 minutes. That's admirable. But you gotta plug that into an external monitor, because you're leaving half the bandwidth of that eGPU on the table by not doing that. Because right now what's happening is it's taking the signal and running it through the same cable twice. And so you're having the bandwidth of that USB 4 cable. And that's why you're probably not getting like 120 or whatever, you know, it's, and I'm like, oh no. I mean, to me, it's my first eGPU. So I was impressed. I was impressed that I got any increase at all. And so I still was very happy with it. I'm still very happy with it. But for $600, if you're only going to get a 10 to 20 FPS increase playing just in handheld mode, maybe not worth it. And also apparently you'll get an additional bottleneck if I were to install games on that SSD or so. Aish also DM'd me and said I really up. And he said you'll get additional performance if you run games like off the handheld or off, you know.
Are you gonna just take the video offline, or?
No, I mean, so here's the thing, guys. It's still my experience with the eGPU.
Which is fair, yeah.
I just plugged it in and used it, and I figured like this thing should be easy for the everyday person to use, and that's the way I came at it, as I come at a lot of things. But I'm completely new to eGPUs at all. I haven't really done prior research on them. Like, let's try it out. I asked AYANEO, send it over. They did. Great, cool. And I didn't use it correctly, so that was my bad, and it's a learning experience. So I added a note that had Russ's phrasing there in the description now, in the notes. And you know what? You live, you learn. And all I can say is I'll try better next time. I did want to do another video with it anyways, with the Oculink cable, but I don't have an Oculink device yet. So I'm getting a mini PC, and also from Russ, by the way, where I'm going to be trying it out. And we'll hook that up to a monitor, because the mini PC doesn't have a built-in screen. So we're good. We're good.
If I had known you needed an Oculink, I would have sent you the Flip DS before I sent it to Rob.
Well, I was trying to ask you for the Claw 8 earlier today, but you were like, no, My dear sweet Anne will kill me.
It's
And I said, well,
Oh,
it smells so good.
you
Oh,
like the
he's
smell.
doing the vent smell.
I
smelling the
smell the
vent.
vent on mine all the time. It's probably unhealthy at this point.
Why do you
In our-
guys smell the vents?
I mean,
Why wouldn't you?
I'm more than willing to send this your way, but I don't think I really need to.
No.
Sounds like you might be getting one.
No, I'm just giving you a hard time. Yeah. No, I talked to Ann today, and they'll have more stock for loaners and stuff later in February. So I will be making a review on the Claw 8. The Claw 7 should be out a day or two after this podcast is out, so you'll see at least my thoughts on that. But Rob has that too, and for testing right now. Rob, what do you think about the Claw 7, man?
I really like this device a lot. I'm very impressed by Lunar Lake. I think the performance, we're finally there with Intel. I think they're cooking. This thing, I really, you know how much I wish this is the one that we got last year.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what we needed last year. This is really good stuff. I'm very impressed, and the software improvements, the drivers are getting much better. You're seeing it across the board. So I hope they keep at it. You know, this looking good.
Well, counterpoint to that, I would say no. Incorrect, because the original. Hey, have you tested the speakers out versus the original Claw?
Yeah, we were having a whole conversation.
Yeah, we
were. Hopped on. These speakers are. I mean, like, don't forget, I'm not a musician, so for me, I'm just.
What does that mean? Make magic or something? Musician.
Well, I don't know.
No,
you hear sounds differently. You're listening.
My ears have a different configuration. No,
one ear.
You hear those different nuances. For me, I'm just like, okay,
I hear
you
no
come
nuance.
from this AYANEO device with down-firing speakers and it sounds terrible, and you go to this thing and it's like, whoa, it's like a movie theater experience in your hands. It's awesome. But these speakers are really good. They're really good.
It does. It does sound good, and it feels oomphy and powerful. And I could feel like in Battlefield, like it feels great.
I was trying to say that to the guys. I'm like, I could feel my hands like
feel it.
It's just insane, like pulsing through the front. I'm like, holy, what is happening here? Let me turn the volume down to 2 while I'm in bed because I don't want to wake anybody up. It's like,
I had to turn the volume down on this in bed too. Unfortunately, this is a little bit unwieldy in bed, just because I feel like
size.
I feel like it's just a little bit too heavy. Like it's not as heavy as the Qn or the Legion Go, but where's Prison Mic?
Prism. I don't know if I have Prism Mic loaded up today. Yeah,
we lost a good one.
Yeah, I got to load in more things. We don't have our producer here today either, so we're just going to be running the show.
We're really going raw tonight.
Editing will be happening here.
Yeah, we're doing it raw. We're doing it raw, guys.
Yeah. And I don't know how to add those pictures or how to do those animations. I think that's a you need to be
you don't need to. You're a guest
owner,
dude. Mikhailov, you're our guest of honor today. You don't need to do anything. You just get to relax and look beautiful. That's your only job.
I know, but I wanted to throw in a couple of random Bravo nos.
Well, we'll get that going. This is episode 1 of the new series. There are no rules yet. There's nothing defined. You know, we can just pull up random pictures like Dongle Tower Ban or, you know, whatever we want to do. There's dozens of us. What's funny to me, though, is all of you. Here's the thing. I have a little gears to grind here.
He's got a bone to pick.
I have a bone to pick. All you out there, I've been loving on that Claw for a while now. The original Claw and the speakers and everything was good. And just now, everyone coming around. I saw Bob Wolf out there talking about, hey, Stubbs was right. And
sir, watch my review of the 135H from almost a year ago. Almost a year ago, and I talk about those speakers.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see about that, man. All I got to say is that in my testing with the 7, the old speakers are a little better because the software, they moved from the HEMIC to the new DSP software, and the controls are a little bit better. And so technically the hardware is better, but I think the experience is better on the original. Performance, obviously way better on the new one. Heat, I think, wins on the old one. Buttons and all that are improved, but I don't know.
I will say one thing that drives me kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I like the response that you get from the new shoulder buttons that, you know.
Yeah, right.
They are.
Shoulder buttons are definitely an improvement.
They're so loud.
Yes, they are.
That
Have
is
you tried?
true.
Have you tried thocking?
Even though these are
take your finger and thock along the L2 R2 as well. Like just.
Oh,
kinda
I
go
know. I've done that too. Yep.
Have you have you fwupped it? Have you fwupped it?
Yeah, like this.
Yeah,
That's fwupping.
that's a fwup.
Flipping. Yeah, I don't know what. I think Stubbs made up a new word. But
Yeah,
then, like
the
on the old 155H, look at that. Listen to this. Nothing.
Nothing.
But
I actually,
the problem is it's mushy. But I'm like, oh man, I think I might actually like the older models shoulder buttons.
I got used to them. It definitely was an adjustment, but like after using it for like maybe a day, I stopped noticing it.
Well, it's funny. I appreciate them now in a different way. I'm like, oh, okay, I see what could happen if we go to the other opposite end of that, where you get these really loud ones. So it's just
I think we need someone to like Frankenclaw, take the shoulders out, put them in the new one. I don't think you can.
I don't think you can.
I like that.
Yeah, giving Rob a new idea. Good job.
You might do that.
I think they changed the whole mechanism.
I think they changed the mechanism. I was just
did. They were showing us that. Yeah, they were showing us like they had it disassembled, and they were showing us how they changed the mechanism on it. So it's
This is so much lighter though. Like
I think a lot of people are still going to be looking at this guy. I think the size is really nice. The weight is really good.
It is.
The one thing I so much wish they were able to put in a bigger battery in this. Then honestly, I would say this one over the 8.
Over the 8?
Honestly.
Really?
But the 8, you get the bigger screen size.
You do. But not everybody wants the bigger screen size. Some people feel like the 7-inch is kind of that sweet spot.
I will tell you the one thing that gives me pause on the 7-inch is these companies have not figured out bezels yet.
The bezel is huge on this thing.
It's a hilarious looking bezel.
It's like the same screen though. It's the same exact one.
Yeah, so this is why I'm hesitant to get the new Claw 7, because all I see is bezel here. At least with this one, it's still a little bit bigger on the bottom, but because the screen is bigger, it's just not as noticeable.
The screen is beautiful on the 8 as well. Like it's a gorgeous screen that they put in.
And then like even the plastic, like the plastic on the Claw was never bad to begin with.
Right.
But even this like sandstone, whatever they call this, sandstorm, whatever. I
still believe it looks much better in person too. It really it's hard to capture it on camera. It does look much better in person. It's a very cool design. But
like very little smudging, and I haven't wiped this thing down at all. There's like nothing.
Do you like the ribbing on the back?
I do, because it gives me a place to put my fingers
for his pleasure.
Now Bob sounds pleasurable.
Now Bob Wolf was saying that the ergonomics are not all that.
They're not.
And I would have to definitely agree there. That's where it fails completely in ergonomics. It fails completely. Also,
that's another thing for the 7. That's another area where the 7 actually the ergos are really good on the 7.
Yeah, the 7 feels really good in hands. The only thing with that for me is it gets a little hotter than the old gen, but I'm still enjoying the older one just a bit more. And I have to break away from my sort of emotional attachment to it, as I've just really adored it. And I'm really, during this review, I'm taking my time with it because I really want to detach from the old one completely so I can enjoy the new. And obviously, performance-wise, it is so there with Lunar Lake. It is really impressive jump, crazy jump. But another disappointment with the 7, though, is that the eGPU market, at least with this AMD, the 7600 MXT here, my AYANEO GPU, is not compatible. It works every once in a while with the 7, but it like disconnects. I can't get the hard drives to show up that it comes with. I can't get it to work stably yet, and maybe it's a driver thing. I don't know.
Did you try with the monitor?
No, not yet.
Try it with that. Just to see
it defeats the freaking purpose, dude. If I'm gonna use an eGPU with a handheld, then I would expect it to give me the full performance on the handheld, and so I have to move to an Oculink handheld, I think, to get there, to really see those gains on the handheld itself. Because now I'm like, well, if I need to dock the entire handheld every time I want to use it, well, that really is going to limit me wanting to take like the eGPU on the go if I want to have that. Not that I really would anyways. But, I want to be, my use case, the reason I asked AYANEO for it was I want to sit on the couch after a long day, relax, and just put the eGPU on my side table, have my handheld, just lounge back, use a mechanism pillow or whatever, and just have fun.
I have a
If I need to
solution
go,
for you.
well, I was gonna say if I need to sit up in a desk and have a monitor and dock the whole thing, it's just I'm just gonna use my computer. Yeah, I know the Vitcher glasses and using XR glasses, that is a solution. You're right. That is one way
Or
to go.
you could just like strap it to your handheld, you know, like Velcro strap it, you know, just build the whole
That
thing.
sounds.
That's
yeah.
true. I could get I could get a little, like Andrew did that, right? Like a little 7-inch screen, and just, you know, I could use something like this on the back.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Now you're cooking.
The mechanism, and just get a magnet and just snap a 7-inch screen on top. Problem is, then, dude, we're going to be turning off the handheld screen and then just using the second screen that's so heavy, wonkily falling on the top. Are you guys kidding me? Are you kidding? Okay, people already think that eGPUs are sort of pointless, especially these pre-made ones that are giving you not a ton more power for a lot of money, $600 to start. You just build your own, they say. But it's just like, this is another nail in the coffin for eGPUs, where I was just finally getting excited for the technology. I'm like, all right. But apparently I got to keep exploring and keep cooking. So that's on me. So let me just say, yeah. What do you think?
I don't see eGPUs the same way. I see them as you take the handheld with you, and let's say you're on the go, and that's when you're playing your indie games and your games that don't require a lot of power, maybe your emulation.
Yeah.
But then you want to sit down maybe at your TV at home.
Right.
And you want to almost like have a Nintendo Switch style thing where you're going to put this down. You're going to dock it. You're going to dock it to your eGPU. You're going to pick up a controller. Speaking of controllers, I might as well show some more stuff.
I think what most people do with it.
You're going to pick up your controller.
Oh,
yeah, Supernova.
Nice.
And you're gonna lay back on the couch, and you're gonna have a full blown, big screen TV.
That's what most people
graphic experience.
Really? Okay. So I'm thinking differently.
You're thinking outside the box.
Yeah, you're thinking outside the eGPU box.
Yeah, so I like being detached from anything when possible. The only thing I was going to be attached to was that eGPU on my side table. But if we're talking about console gaming on the TV with this thing, yeah, I could see that. I would definitely have to set it up more like a Steam Deck, probably use Bazite. And at that point, is Bazite compatible by default? You know, do I need to, would Bazite function, or Steam in big picture mode, and then make sure I have an automated way to turn on maybe the handheld remotely or something. I don't know. I'll have to cook on this.
Play Night's a possibility.
We could do this. We could definitely dock it to the TV and use it like a Nintendo Switch. Even Michael Benny in the comments of the video was saying, hey guys, or hey Stubbs, it'd be really cool if they were to release like a Nintendo Switch dock eGPU that looked like a Nintendo Switch dock, and you drop the handheld in cleanly in the dock, and then there you go. And I'm like, oh, okay,
that'd make
hire
a lot of money.
Hire that man. He's cooking. He's got good ideas. Hire Michael Benny.
yeah, he's a treasure. We need to
really
embrace him.
See, when I had my Legion Go, I actually primarily used it docked because I would treat it like a Nintendo Switch. I'd put it on my big screen TV. I'd plug it into a dock. I'd take the controllers off, and I'd sit on the couch. I mean, I eventually gave up that device so I can go to CES, but
sure.
And then you
want it back.
And then I gave up that device so that I could pay for my CES expenses.
You had 2 claws and gave away 2, or not claws, Legion Goes. You had 2 of them. You gave them both away all within a week.
He has a way with the world.
Yeah,
dude. Now you're Legion Go-less.
No, well, for 2 more weeks.
Well, didn't you pre-order the S?
I pre-ordered the S.
Yeah, nice.
I did pre-order the S. I said I wasn't going to buy any more handhelds this year.
Yeah.
And then I changed it to, I'm going to buy 1 handheld this year.
Which one? The Go S?
The Legion Go S.
I can't wait for it to be like,
you
I'm going to buy 2.
CES, and I'm just thinking to myself, this guy has no idea.
He's going to change it. He's going to buy 2 handhelds. No, wait. He's got to buy 3 handhelds. And then I'll buy half of them.
Yeah. Well,
It's okay. We all have the sickness here.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm going to try very hard not to.
Well, I applaud all of you and your restraint, and I as well would like to be a aspiring device minimalist. That role is in our Discord, by the way. If anybody wants to get, if you have less than, I don't know, what should we say, 25 handhelds? Does that make you a minimalist at this point?
I think aspiring device minimalist was like given to the
crazy
people that have just been
25.
dumping
Wow.
handhelds, like trying to get down.
I'm trying, guys. I mean, I just did a recent big yard sale in the Discord. I knocked down from what was it? 100 devices I had last year, and I got down to 25. And now I've taken that 25, added a few more on, I got some more review units, and also bought some stuff. And now further did another yard sale. Half of it went to ban, of course.
Well, okay, I got one handheld
What'd you
from
get?
you. It was the 40XXV. I wanted the blue one.
That's right. Yeah, and I sent you a few things just for you to review, and then also to take a few things off my plate. Thank you. Like with the that mini PC. What was that? Ace Magic?
Yep, it was an Ace Magic like AM05, I think it was. I think that's what it was, like a 5800U.
That's right. And why did they send that out? Because that's a little bit older one, right? And I wasn't sure quite what to do with that, but you have a use case for it?
Oh yeah, I have a use case for anything. I mean, I did a whole thing about putting like Windows XP on a thin client. Like,
ooh, that'd be fun.
It is fun.
I see the VCS behind him too, so
Yeah.
I know he's
Yeah, what do you got back there?
I got the VCS. I got.
Wait, you got another
Mac Mini?
VCS?
Well, yeah. After
Second Atari VC.
They were like $80.
yeah, I got mine. So I sold you one for like 150 back before they went on like clearance sale, and then I bought this one for like $90 after shipping.
Yep. I got in on that too. It was, I'm like, it's kind of hard to resist.
The sad thing is my son loves the VCS.
I've had the controller and the joystick for the VCS, but I've never owned the VCS itself.
Wait, how did that happen?
I don't know. Jim Gray sent it to me.
No, that happened to me too, because Band sent me one of each, and then he eventually sold me the VCS itself,
which meant you had two of each.
Well, now I have two of each, which is great because that's what I play with my son. My son hasn't played any modern video games yet.
Smart man.
The only modern video game that we've played has been Rita's Rewind, Power Rangers.
So, and even that,
we'll give it a pass.
So, Mikhailov, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
go ahead.
Sorry to interrupt you. I just want to ask you. So, how's it going? The one nice thing about doing these offline things is I can stop and be like, hey, how is your son doing? Like, how is you? We haven't talked to you about like you being a dad much. You got custody over your son. That is freaking awesome. I just wanted to celebrate that.
So I think the only way anybody would really know the full story is if they listen to Aiden's podcast from like last year or maybe like 2 years ago. At this point, I don't remember. It's feel like it's been forever. But back in 2021, we got a phone call from DCF asking us to take in a little boy.
Yeah.
And we didn't even know that our foster license had gone through yet, but we wholeheartedly agreed to it. And we got this we got Kyle 2 days before his first birthday, so we couldn't even put together a birthday party for him. It was sad because it was just so short notice. Like, I got a phone call at 4:30 in the afternoon that Monday. By 6:30 I was a dad.
That's nuts. So you just boom,
it just right into it. Like, I didn't know the first thing about changing. Like, I had to learn within like that the first week.
Yeah, when I got banned in on my attic, that's how I became a dad.
How did you figure out how to change his diapers? He squirms a lot.
Oh, it was really tough. He was really fighting that one, but we got there. Anyways, sorry. You get to have, and now it's been what, 3 years, 4 years?
It's been 3 years, and the adoption finally went through right before Thanksgiving on adoption day.
Just wanted to say congrats, man, officially.
And
official dad.
Oh, thank you. So I'm still waiting on my V90.
Yeah, he needs a V90 from somebody, Stubbs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. What do we got here?
Oh,
Oh, look
Maybe
what
he'll
I got for you.
I like how he has it just sitting there on the floor. What?
wait. Don't send that to me if it's
That's
the real red, because you've been hunting for that for years.
No, my friend.
It's fake red.
Oh, there is. I mean, this is the most red I've ever seen from a V90. This is
Yeah,
definitely if the root like Bigfoot, if the legend is true, this is the one. But I somehow think that the whole thing might be a farce, but I haven't proven it yet. This looks very red to me, though. But you can see
I see orange.
There's hints of orange, and there's hints of coral, and it's complete crap. Okay, but no, this
I
is
love how
yours,
he
man.
cuts out.
He got noise gated.
That's the real censoring.
I can't believe.
Give us a Pow Kitty.
You know what? I think.
Did you retire it?
Well, that company needs to give us a new clamshell, because getting a new. If I saw a new clamshell from them come up, I would get it. I would open it up, and I would be like.
You got noise gated again.
There it is.
Now, no, Mikhailov, dude, I want you to have this. This is the final V90. This will be the final
Yeah, but
child gift V90 ever given from this server.
Anyone in the audience, do not try and get a free V90 out of Stubbs.
Do not have children. If you're getting somebody pregnant while listening to this show or watching it right now,
congratulations.
Congratulations. But you're not. But
if
stop
you're
it.
Getting somebody pregnant while listening to this show, turn us off and put on some Barry White or something.
I don't know what people are doing during the show. There's
Please
people
don't have kids to get a free V90. It's
there's people
cheaper.
who
only
I-
30, 40 bucks.
Hey, there's people who've had kids who might have spawned. I mean, Thor had a baby right after I started the policy, and he got to have a V90. All of a sudden, I see a big. Have you seen the graph? Have you seen the graph of our patrons? The child birth rate. People have kids to this show. Apparently, people die to this show on occasion. We have no control over what people do in their lives while watching our show or listening at home. So just live your best life, everybody, and get. But anyways, what I'm saying is we're going to retire the V90 because it's really old now. There's other clamshells. But I can't sponsor every baby that's born. I'm sorry. Does that make me evil? Does that make me okay? The flip, maybe the flip is the new hotness, but it's $70. And this is just not financially feasible for us as an organization.
The 35XX SP has been dropping in price recently. You can get them for $40-45 on AliExpress during the sale.
Especially when that 34XX SP comes out.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah.
I do have a bone to pick with everyone who's calling it a 34XX SP, and that's mostly due to the fact that you're calling it that, but they have said multiple times, it's not going to be an H700. It's going to be somewhere just under a T618. If that's the case, it's not going to be an XX device, unless Ambernick really just hates us.
Is it going to be a YY?
Could be a YY. It could be the 7 series.
Yeah,
you guys want to talk about the news?
7.
What else is coming? I saw a bunch of news drop on our website today. I got to see what's up with that. They were cooking.
Our
writers were cooking.
I know about that scammy looking. What is it?
The sweet. What is it? SuiPlay.
SuiPlay. Let's talk about this. Sure. Let's talk about the SuiPlay. Sony.
And Mikhailov would love it because it looks like a certain handheld company that he loves.
So just add
that SuiPlay's got some UV coating on it.
It makes the handheld better.
Oh God, are we just gonna have a lightning round right now? This is great.
I mean, it's amazing.
Tell me what bothers you. What's on your heart? What's bothering you?
Grinding gears right now.
What's grinding your gears? You've been a skeptic, and you've been calling out AYANEO lately.
I have been, and I don't think they've watched it or are listening, even though I tagged them on Twitter twice when I promoted my videos.
They probably blocked you.
They don't. So I've given them criticism and they've not taken it badly, but for some reason, you know, Russ gives them criticism, they just bounce on him. They just attack him. So I think it's fair to give these brands as much criticism as they're earned, you know, as they are deserved.
We want a better product. I mean, hey, why not? We're helping them in that sense, you know.
Like, I want to like them. Like everybody thinks I'm just taking a crap on them over my last couple of videos, but like I'm actually their biggest fan.
You want them to be better. That's why you're so hard on them.
And the only reason that I put those videos out is because someone needs to say something. I'm not saying I'm not saying the people in this room aren't, because you guys are completely, but like there needs to be more content saying like we are spending a lot of money on this stuff.
Right.
We really should be getting a more premium product.
Right. Yeah, it's true. Dude, and it pissed me off as well about the plastics.
Yeah.
I don't want that greasy plastic.
And it's not just the plastic, but like get your thermals right.
Yeah.
Like and not even so much for gameplay. Like I really don't care about putting this thing in anything other than, you know, the power saving mode, because I'm only going to be playing like Game Boy games on it. But I'm worried that if the thing gets hot multiple times over the course of my use of it, that it's going to eventually not work anymore. And I also called AYANEO out on their return policy.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't find out about the thermal issue until way past the 7-day policy.
Which is ridiculous. The 7-day policy is pretty ridiculous.
Are they sending you anything or any fix-it kits or anything? Well, and you ordered a case from them. You said like 2 months ago or something, and you're still waiting on it?
I ordered a case for. I have an AYANEO slide that Russ gave me, and at CES, you guys were there for that. I kind of just saw it on the table and was like, "Yeah." And actually,
that's the one that excited you.
Yeah, and I actually played that for a good chunk of CES. Like, it was I was just sitting on the couch next to Rob, and I was shaking my leg and annoying you one time. And
oh yeah, was that?
Does that annoy you?
That might have been that night. That night.
Was I working on something? I can't remember.
No, you were just hanging out on the couch playing it.
Was I just? Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. I was working. I was playing it, and you kept shaking your leg because you were getting so excited. And I saw like a golden retriever or something. Like you were getting so happy, and I was like, "Hey, dude,
stop shaking your leg.
Can you stop shaking your leg?"
I'm doing it
when we're on the same couch.
I'm doing it right now
because I also do that.
Yeah. So
I feel bad. I feel bad. Sorry for giving you a hard time. It was just like
you were
going on. I was like.
You were very nice about it, and it annoys my wife too. So like, I can read the cues, prop my leg up on the coffee table or whatever.
Well, what I was gonna suggest, what I was gonna do is I was gonna get some duct tape and just kind of tape your legs together.
You did say you were gonna do that.
You know, I discovered that Zoo has the same problem. He also has a live twitch.
It's an Eastern
Zoo's got his own little live twitch going on there too.
Yeah, but he has like a foot twitch. I noticed.
Yeah, it's like
his like foot twitches up and down. Sony, if you got this footage, man, I would throw it up right here from this CES because it's great. He's talking about Gary and his foot's twitching all over. It's great. That's the thing. Great thing about meeting each other in person is that we get to find each other's quirks or the eccentricities, things we wouldn't otherwise know when we're virtually behind these screens.
That's actually what I was most scared about.
Really? Yeah. Well, I learned that
you're worried about your leg twitch.
I learned that Rob smells great.
It took us like an hour to find a burger joint.
Yep, it did, and we got something good, and we got lots of good Mexican food too. And also, I got to tell you, it was a lot of fun just going into Best Buy with you guys. It was the first time in my entire life I'd ever taken friends to a Best Buy. I've always gone by myself, you know, or taken my kids, but like to nerd out on my level with all the stuff. Like it was like a group of us, and Andrew was there, and we're just all nerding out of our stuff. I was like, this is such a cool experience, like being at a Best Buy with my friends. And Rob felt bad for me.
Do we want to tell the story as to how we ended up at the Best Buy? Because it was my fault we were there.
What did you do?
I'll let Rob talk about this.
I don't know the story either.
Mike breaking his slide the first hour that he got it.
That's right.
So I was
What?
messing. I was messing with it when the morning after we had all arrived, and I uninstalled something,
Yeah.
and I broke and the touch screen and the controller stopped working. So I had this device and I didn't know, I couldn't do anything with it. I could turn it on. I completely bricked it. And so I'm like, guys, I need a keyboard.
You felt so bad
Yeah.
that Russ had given you this gift, and then you immediately bricked it. And we had, I loved it because it was like, wait, do we get, are you saying that we get to go to Best Buy together? You're like, we got to go to Best Buy. I got to get a keyboard so I can get Windows.
So I got this keyboard mouse combo, and
told you I had the same one. It's great.
Yeah, you did.
I use it for troubleshooting.
I'm gonna get that. Wait, what is this?
Yeah.
What is this
the
one again?
Logitech. What
Logitech,
K400.
Logitech
K400 Plus.
Yep, Plus.
Oh,
It's awesome. It's got a built-in trackpad.
All right, I'm
Yeah.
getting it.
It's
All right,
got a
guys.
Overnight.
Got a dongle. I mean,
it's got a holder for your dongle.
I was gonna say there's a
27
holder.
Wait, I
There's a
don't need
holder
to
for
put it
the
on a
dongle.
tower?
$27.
It's got its own.
It's well worth it.
Crap. Hold on. I got to
I've
update.
had mine for years.
He's going to get one.
He's going to
He's
Best
gonna
Buy.
buy it.
He's
He's
going to Best Buy.
Oh,
Got to update my
What?
e-waste.
oh yeah.
That's not
then-
e-waste. That's good.
not
It's
e-waste.
useful. It's useful.
I mean,
Back to zero.
it eventually becomes waste.
Hey, I got to update my Ambernick calendar. It's been some time since the last handheld
Yeah.
dropped.
I mean,
Guys,
what
it's
was
been
the
so
last
long.
one? Wasn't it the Glacier? Like
I would say the
3-4?
Glacier.
Yeah, it was the Glacier.
Yeah.
That was like right before the holidays.
Yeah,
And
that
so-
was like. Oh my
Yeah, and-
gosh.
Ambernick is going to come back, I'm sure, with
yeah.
something
I'm
in the
scared.
next week or two.
I'm
But
so
it's been
scared.
kind of nice, honestly, to have a break from the onslaught of handheld
Right?
releases and just
Yes.
catch up on my backlog of content. Even play some games. Believe it or not, I'm playing some video games.
No way.
I'm playing a ton of Mud Runner. Let me tell you, playing with trucks in the mud is amazing. Amazing.
What are you playing it on?
Everything. Okay, there's an Android version. I'm playing it on my AYANEO, or I'm playing it on my AYN Odin 2 Portal, and I'm also playing the Windows version on my AYANEO 2S, which now Ban bought from me. So,
I got a really good
I-
deal.
Yeah.
well,
this
I always
guy. This guy
get
right
good
here.
deals.
I-
like.
So okay. I did not know the exact when I sold it to Ban. I did not, for one, it was the 8840U, and I did not look up the value of it. I just
I think- Did you like slip and hit the wrong number?
X86, you know, it kind of depreciates fast, especially in our Discord. And,
Well,
well, I
not
want
that fast.
so Ban missed out on CES, and I felt bad because Russ was
fair,
very
though. That's
generous,
fair.
and ETA Prime as well, and they were sort of like, "Hey, here's some of our extra review units we're not going to use anymore," and that was very generous of everybody. But
It was awesome. It
But,
was really cool.
but so I kind of wanted to pass on some of that goodness to Ban, but also, you know, cover like credit card payments and stuff. And so I charged him $200. Figured, you know, that's pretty solid. And apparently they sell for like $1,300 the configuration I had, and it's fine. You know,
I
it's-
mean,
now you own it. Now you get to have it.
now I own it.
It brings me joy.
I promised
Man.
Rob that he has dibs next.
I'll buy it from
See-
you right now for $150.
See, and when
What?
when Ban goes to resell it, I know him, and he's not going to charge more than I charged him. So like,
Yeah.
it's the gift that's going to be keep on giving. Everyone gets
like-
to try out an AYANEO 2S.
At most, it'll sell
that
for
Win
exactly
600.
what I paid.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Oh,
the
the
Win
Win-
600 that
I think
I
I
have it
paid
over there,
the most
probably
for
behind
that.
me.
you paid way too much.
It was for a good cause.
It was.
I-
It
it
was. It
was.
was for a charity. Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
also paid like $300 and something for it.
Yeah.
And then
Well.
I think it ended up going to Rob for I think 100.
But I got it last though, because it
Wow,
was
Rob.
Russ's unit originally.
Wow, Rob.
And who did it
Wow,
go to next?
Rob.
It went to, yep, it went to him, and then it went to me, and then to Stubbs, and then back to me. And then
Hey, we didn't even talk about Rob's ally. Okay. Well, we were when Rob and I were at MSI in December at their event. Rob, while we were sitting at the table eating lunch next to the MSI folks, we just kind of made a handshake deal, and he's like, he's trying to sell his ally. I bought it for like $200, $190, something like that. And then I was going to list it because I didn't end up using the original Ally like I thought I would. And then Rob DMs me before I even list it. And he says, hey, can I actually have that back? And he tried this guy right here. He tried.
I was messing.
He was like,
I was messing with you.
He was like, hey, you going to sell it to me for $150? And I was like, excuse me.
So,
I
do you want to know? So, Rob,
and he was like, okay. I was like, okay, 180. He's like, I'll give you 200. I was like, oh, it's 180. It's 180. I at least like touched it once, so I've devalued it a little bit.
So,
Rob, yeah, you probably put some schmutz on it, like
a little schmutz. You never know.
I'm
immaculately clean, but you never know.
Rob, I need to make this clear. Stubbs had promised to sell me that Ally next.
Yeah, you.
So I hope you know I'm expecting it for 150 the next time you sell it.
Hey, I paid him almost full price for it.
No, you did. I'm just giving you a hard time. I'm just.
I will be happy to sell it to you for.
I know.
170.
Ben, tell the story of this.
What happened with
Speaking of depreciating handhelds.
Now people listen to this podcast more than they watch it almost. So we'll have to describe what we're seeing. This is a G Cloud.
Oh, it's a G Cloud. You got a case for the G Cloud as well. So he bought it at retail, I'm assuming.
I bought it at retail, unreleased.
He sold it to me for like under 200.
Wow.
I sold it back to him for $25 less. He sold it back to me for another $10 off. I sold it back to him again for like, I think it was $120.
Dude, people at home right now are probably like, what in the world do these viewers do?
This is what we do. This is what Ben and I do.
It's the sisterhood of the traveling handhelds.
So I think in total, we've spent more on shipping than what you originally sold it to me for.
In total, with the shipping back and forth, we've now bought this handheld like 10 times over or something like that. Yeah. You know, I think I've even had it for one of the rounds.
Oh yeah, you might have been in there too. I don't.
Yeah, it's very circular, and we always it always stays within our Discord community, the family.
Yeah,
so we have. For those of you who don't know, I'm just going to shill our beautiful owls and patrons for a moment. So if you subscribe to us, which starts at $3 a month, you can join us in the Discord to chat and play games. And also you can be in our owl chat, which has our Toy Barn Marketplace, which has things for very, very, very cheap. They're cheaper than they are in our open marketplace, which is free to use for everybody. You have to be level 5, so you can't just come in and spam a bunch of stuff. You have to like talk in the server for a day, and then you can use our marketplace. But $3 lets you use this private marketplace, which has all trusted members. Now, the public one is trusted members too. There's a feedback thread you can rely on, but the private one, people are very solid. We oftentimes just blindly just trust people in there. And it usually works out fine unless people like sell a dog or something. But you know, things have gotten weird sometimes. One time someone sold band, but anyways, we have these devices that make their way around all the owls, and it's just very friendly and fun. And there's a lot of what's the word, haggling, but it's all in like good spirits. I've never really seen it get out of hand or negative or angry in there. It's just like oh, you got it, you got it before me, I'll catch the next one, you know. And then that same handle pops up a week later, and you know, it's so silly.
And if you catch it at the right time, Stubbs will post a video in somebody's listing, like absolutely just shilling for it, telling everyone to just drop it and buy it.
Oh man,
we were trying to get Raven to buy a handheld he didn't even want or need.
Yeah. Oh, so this is a lot of fun. So let me pull up one of those videos because this was
so good.
Oh, these are entertaining videos. Like
I think I did one today too. Where is it?
Yep, you put one out earlier today that had you running across like half of your house just to find a mug.
That's right. I think I had one from Raven. Let me find it. Where was it?
Or it it was in Dan. We have a couple of Dans in the Owl chat, but it
We have
was
a lot
from
of
one of the Dans. We have too many Dans.
You're the Brotherhood of the Traveling Dans.
Yeah,
I personally prefer triangles, but yeah.
Yeah, we have some solid Dans. I think I have to
You
hold
have
on,
some-
Sony. You can cut out all the dead air.
No,
Well, I
he's
did-
not allowed to.
Okay, so yeah, I was shilling for Raven because I really wanted Raven to buy Dan's TrimUI Smart Pro, and he could not sell this. And then he was upset because I posted my items. For some reason, when I post my items, they sell pretty fast. And his has been sitting there for like a week, and then mine sold within minutes. Because he was like, "What in the world?"
And mine sold somewhere in between those two.
But Dan's was the cheapest one, though, wasn't it?
Yep, his was the cheapest.
Yeah,
Like,
what?
his was like $5 less than mine, like $10 less than Stubbs. But nope, everyone just kind of missed Dan's, and I feel bad for the guy.
That's Stubbs flaunting his celebrity status.
No,
Yeah.
Niche
I've
micro
just-
celebrities.
I've gotten known. I always give crazy deals, and so I think it's just that gets around, and then people sort of
Yeah.
build up for the next time I'm going to do one of those things, and I'll give good deals, and I'll give like RH stickers and like extras and stuff usually.
Yep.
I mean,
so
now I
please
have all
don't.
the stickers.
But I felt bad, and I was like, dude, somebody buy Dan's TrimUI Smart Pro, and so I tagged like Rob and Raven. I'm like, come on, guys, like let's get this going.
Oh,
Raven
I
was
got
like,
one.
well, you know what? I don't even know.
Just tag,
All right, so here's
tag anybody you can find.
yeah, I was just tagging everybody, and so here's my one for Raven, my pitch for him.
Okay, so I was stranded in the woods this week. I literally I had no food, no water, no clothes. All I had with me was my TrimUI Smart Pro DMG edition.
True story.
Literally saved my life. I couldn't eat, but guess what? This doubles as a plate. I was able to catch a fish in the river, and I prepared it right on the TrimUI Smart Pro. I really had to pee, and
Yeah, so there's that one, and then
I like how it just cuts out.
we
there.
don't need to ask too many questions there. And then today as well,
So wait a minute. What'd you do? Put a Dreamcast game on it, and it just heated up the fish?
yeah, that's right.
It just got you just
Nice.
cooked
Yeah,
the fish with
yeah.
the thermals.
Yeah, I loaded on some Seaman, and it just worked.
And then
It just
All
worked.
right.
So there was that, and then also today, Tea Time Gaming, which I highly recommend, by the way, makes awesome mugs. So he was going to give a mug if you paid a little extra to get his stuff, and so his stuff wasn't selling all the way, and he was like, "Hey, let's bump this thread and let's buy some stuff." And I was like, "Yeah, let's buy some stuff." So I've been having a lot of fun going into our private marketplace, randomly making promotional ads for no apparent reason, completely unhinged. So here's my ad for people to buy his stuff.
I'm here to tell you today all about Tea Time Gaming, the amazing Midnight Owl Fantasia. There are new price drops. Hot, hot, hot. Act now. Look at this. Wow, let's begin. TrimUI, look at all that. Anbernick, what in the world? Powkitty, $40 for 20SX? You couldn't go on the TikTok. Hey, look at this. Look at all these sold. You can't sell that many unless you have good product. Have you seen these pictures? Look at these pictures. Quality, clean, 10 out of 10. Oh my goodness, I'm not getting a commission out of this. It doesn't matter. Look at this. Oh, keep the marketplace flowing. Send their money. They can make you a mug. Oh, look at this. Makes Mega Man X mugs. Oh, I didn't pre-plan this video. I'm running halfway across my house. I promise I'm not insane. Oh, where is it? Okay, dude, look at this.
That is
so freaking cool. Huh? Drink coffee out of here, hot liquids, cold liquids, any liquid you could ever want. This is running long. Okay, buy some stuff.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just like, might as well buy some. So buy some. So here's the thing, everybody: go into our marketplace, our Owl Marketplace. Subscribe if you're not, obviously, and buy some Tea Time Gaming stuff and all the other awesome listings, because people are posting in there 20% or more off from the public marketplace. That's just a rule we have in there. So it's where you can get the best deals. You'll often sell things for a little bit less money too, but we always appreciate if you list in there, because there's also this convenience factor of just selling stuff to your friends back and forth. It's so easy. It's just like, you want a thing. Oftentimes people don't even want to like ask questions or get videos or anything. It's just like, oh, You have that?
Yeah.
All right, I'll get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Boom,
sold
done.
a lot on the marketplace.
I mean,
You know.
I just keep dumping out like buckets of stuff every so often, and people just show up. It's good
Yeah.
to give a deal.
You do bands bins, and people love bands. I love bands bins, and you also keep track of everything that's sold and their values. So you have this like running price history,
Just madness.
which is
That's
amazing.
madness
You
right
have built a
Yeah.
database. We've had this up for I don't know a couple of years now, the private marketplace, and you've now this running database that I can ask you real quick before I list anything. Like, hey, band, what is the average price that the TrimUI Smart Pro is sold for? What is the last selling price? And you let me know. I'm like, all right, let me price 10% below that. Give a good deal, and you come in clutch.
I've been doing the same thing too. I've been like, hey Ben, how much should I sell this for?
No, I update that monthly, and so like at the end of every month, I just spend like an hour or two just like adding a bunch to it.
It's dedication. That's dedication right there.
This last month specifically has been just everyone is just dumping everything. It's kind of been wild seeing the marketplace just explode recently.
What is he doing?
I'm trying to be friends with Rob right now.
Don't give it away. People are gonna know we're in the same room.
Look, Mikhailov and I are touching tips.
I'm not.
There we go. Wait,
There we go.
right there.
Right there.
Oh, this is weird. Can we do
I was
another?
gonna go try to pick your
Can we do
nose,
another?
but sure, you know.
Wait, Rob, can we do two at once?
Oh,
Man,
this
One
way.
over here.
Whoa, this is hard.
It's like the Celeste challenge. Like the Celeste challenge.
Oh man, this is hard.
Come on. Yeah.
For the audience at home,
This
we just made a
actually
awkward rectangle with our
That was
fingers.
really tough.
Which is
Because
like
everything's backwards and mirrored.
Power Rangers morphin time there.
That was crazy. What just happened? Did we just become one person? Like, did we just morph into the next level?
Yes.
Of
I don't
What
know if
ranger
that's
would you
nerds?
be? What Power Ranger would you be? Which color?
I would be the Green Ranger. The Green Ranger is awesome,
Ranger's
dude.
cool.
Green Ranger is so cool. I think I even have a little toy.
So, I mean, I can say this, but like, I don't know how much this ages me, but my first Power Rangers series was Dino Thunder. So, I mean, that was a little bit later.
That's fair, but look
Wow.
at the original Green Ranger, man. Like that.
Oh yeah, like I've watched the original series, like, but that was the one that I started with.
When they do their morphin powers and they get their Zords, you know, like then oh god, it's so cool. And it broke my heart when I became an adult and I learned that they actually were just overdubbing footage.
Yeah, I know. That definitely like blew my mind. I was like, what?
I figured that out as a kid,
What?
and it kind of ruined it for me. But
I didn't know that, and all they actually filmed was the teenagers, you know, at school and
yeah.
you know, all of that, like all
I know
of
it
the
totally
Rita,
breaks the whole illusion of it. Yeah,
the putties, like all that stuff was already filmed.
it's from
by
a
this
completely different show.
completely different show.
yeah,
I was like,
Great.
what? Now, come on.
yeah. There's a scene in Mighty Morphin where the Green Ranger and the Red Ranger are allegedly like working together to try and defeat a monster or defeat a threat. And the Green Ranger's like, here's my shield. And he like takes the Red Ranger's hand, puts it on the corner of the shield, and it transfers over to the Red Ranger.
Yeah.
In the original Super Sentai, that was the Green Ranger dying and giving his powers to the Red Ranger before he died. And they somehow took that like emotional dark scene and make it be like, here, have my shield for a minute.
I have a shield.
What shield does he? Oh,
Is that an MSI shield?
Oh,
I
The
sent
only
that
one you
to
need.
him.
hey, you can 3D print that, I think.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
wrong
I sent
handheld.
that to him.
Did you make this, Rob?
Yeah, I 3D printed it.
Oh,
for
you did? I thought I was like, where the
That's
hell?
when
did
you were going through your. Well, you still are your claw obsession. You still have a claw obsession.
Rob,
still
I
am.
need you to send me
I
that
still love the
file.
old claw.
I will
So
send you that
much.
file. It came out really nice too.
It did.
I
I thought
know.
this was from MSI. I was like, dude, how do you score that? That is so cool.
I have a really nice spread that would work perfectly for that.
Claw. Rah!
I got my
See, I-
dinosaur. He's right behind me, right there.
See,
Oh,
I gave.
I thought you were
gave mine-
pointing above you.
So the little.
Wait, how do you have
green
multiple
one-
sizes?
I
we
got
got the
three
little
sizes.
keychain one at MSI. You got the black one. You were in the other group.
Oh,
We got the
Yeah,
red one. Yeah,
I
we
got
got the
the
red
Stubbs
one.
bag.
When I go to these corporate events, dude, I'm on the hunt for the swag. I'm on the hunt. I'm like, I gotta collect them all, man. These are so cute. And my kids, I try to get extras for my kids, but I mean, in the end, if they're not taken care of, and I'm like, that's going to dad's studio now. And my son's like,
that's what happened to the pillow, the Ally pillow. I took it back.
the
I was
pillow.
like, no, the pillow is not for sleeping on. No,
I
it's
use
mine
this.
now.
I use this in every video now. I use it to rest my elbows on so I don't hurt them when I'm filming, because I'm starting to get bruises on my elbows from like holding my hands up from filming.
Called aging.
Be quiet, you young.
Get the young man out of here.
Right?
So now I use this to rest my weary neck and back when I'm in my chair, and I can just be an old man.
I'm so
Wait,
disappointed.
see, you
they
said
didn't
it
make an Ally
yourself.
X.
Oh, he added himself back. Well,
Lame. Take away his rights. Take away the
oh
permission.
no, I won't, dude. He's gonna inherit all this. Are you kidding me? Like, I can't last forever. Ban's gonna inherit the kingdom. Like, let's be honest. Like, he's just gonna eventually take over. And like, I just rather acknowledge that now, and that's okay. I accept it. You can have my AYANEO Kun when I cease to be able to do the hobby.
I mean, I already have the stickers for it.
Yeah, you do.
I mean, Ben,
how many.
you might still get my Cune someday. If Rob gives you permission to sell it, you'll get it.
I don't know if Rob will ever give you permission to sell that thing. You guys are like Kuhn brothers.
I mean, I also kind of want Ban to like experience it because it's so ridiculous.
just
I mean,
bring
I could just let you borrow it.
just bring it to the meetup.
Yeah,
That's fine too.
Oh,
for sure.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say
I wonder if Furniture Mart's going to carry it at some point. Like Best
So-
Buy.
last time I went into that thing, they only had 2 handhelds. They had the original Ally and they had the original Claw.
That's
The
actually
fact
not
that they
bad.
even have that in that store is impressive.
Oh, they have like the electronics building is a lot of stuff because it's like 3 buildings.
That's crazy.
I need to see this store. I have to see this store.
So I guess we're going to
Sounds
Nebraska.
like so much fun.
So if you
I
guys,
guess we're going to Nebraska this
I
summer.
want it. Let's do the meetup in Nebraska. I haven't been in
Yeah,
Nebraska
I'll
since
take
I
you
was.
guys
Like, it's going to be cheap too. Like
I haven't been
Yeah.
there since I was a youth.
I'll take you guys to the zoo.
Okay.
what kind of animals you got there?
Yeah. What
Oh,
kind
they-
you got?
For a while, I mean, there's a lot of stuff, but for a while we had the world's largest what is it? Indoor desert dome
What
in
do
a
you do?
zoo.
What do you do in there? There's no animals. There's just
There's a
dome?
lot of there's a lot of animals in there. There's also bats in there,
Did they bite?
but they're downstairs.
Oh, are you the
Hmm.
Batman?
I'm not the Batman.
Well, I suppose so. Okay, very good. That sounds good.
You got a lot of stuff in that room.
I know so much.
I
These
have
walls
so many
hide
crap
so
in my
much.
room.
So
Yeah,
much.
it's like
Yeah.
you look behind you and you see all the handhelds that you don't have anymore, and you think, oh, he doesn't have too much, but he just doesn't stop pulling things out of.
Then he pulls a
Thin air.
V90 off the floor.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
right.
what?
Well,
That's all right. I won't move my camera so you can see my amiibo collection above my head.
I do have a bunch of ridiculous things at arm's length that you just
I
don't
mean,
see.
There's only one thing of importance that's like above this camera,
Yeah.
and that's the
the
giant
WikiPad.
Lego man.
WikiPad.
Oh, the Lego man.
Fantastic. So do you guys want to talk about just real quick, just about some of the happenings? That way we won't be as burdened come Monday. Real quick, like the SuiPlay0X1 Web. Web. They already lost me at Web 3. Web 3 Steam Deck competitor. This is an AYANEO 2S, or
Yeah,
That's
because
like
it looks like
that looks like a geek.
is it a
When,
geek?
Is it a
when Ben
geek?
sent the picture, I was like,
It looks like a geek. It looks like a blue geek.
So what
Like,
gave it
guys-
away to me was very much the 2 little right buttons on the side.
Yeah.
okay, but hold on. Go back down. Scroll down again. That handheld is not the same handheld that's in the top picture.
No,
Correct.
it's not.
This is
Play-
the scammiest
wait.
thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's not. You're
Playtron?
right. You're right.
Isn't
It's a different.
Playtron? Isn't Playtron
Yeah.
the like skeevy like?
Yes, you're thinking of the same Playtron. Yes.
Crypto.
Linux
Yeah.
OS.
It's the crypto bros.
The crypto, the weird crypto.
This whole thing is like a crypto. So if you go to their pre-order page, it's like you're buying an NFC. The whole thing just is weird.
NFT?
It's just so weird.
We talked about this one before, but now it's happening. Blockchain gaming, they call it.
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing is, if you look at their comments on those posts, people are like, "That's great. When are you shipping?" So I'm like, I would never send this company money with no track record. I'm like, nope.
What
game is that? This is like a game that they're releasing as well.
It's a game that's partnering with them.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
they're gonna have like their own storefront, I guess. So that's kind of interesting.
What's concerning is that, we're already in the 8840U. We're already in the AI 370 realm, but I understand if they're going to go 8840U to save money. But they're releasing this as a 7840U in 2025, 16 gigs of RAM, 500 gig SSD, IPS display. Yeah,
$599.
Crazy. I mean, it's not crazy for what you're getting, but
for $599, it's not.
There's a different handheld again, though.
Yeah, it's another. Here's a third handheld.
That's what it was supposed to like. That's what they were.
That's what it originally looked like.
Right. That was the first one.
So do we think that AYANEO like sold the design to them or something? Like,
I mean,
or do you think that they're just, or do you think they're buying units and reskinning them?
I think it's the same situation as like what's going on with like Antec and Best Buy, where they both are selling AYANEO units. But this one is a little bit more of like a rebadge. Like when you think of, what is it? Like cars between different countries, basically.
Just kind of like what Antec did. I mean, like the slide became the core HS,
It is, but they're going to charge us a little bit of a premium for this blockchain Web3 jargon.
I feel like $599 is cheaper than what the it's definitely cheaper, but
it is, and it's probably on par for what should be charged for a 7840U now, but it's still I don't think going to be as good as getting, I don't know, something direct. But I would suggest Antec over this if Antec offers one anyways.
I think I would rather buy the Antec Core HS on their website, because that's a set.
By the way.
Yeah, you can get it for as low as $450. It's a 7840U, 16 gigs RAM, 512 gig SSD. The only difference is the form factor.
Yep.
Which 7840Us are not bad chips.
Oh no.
I'll tell you, the numbers are very fresh in my head, but yeah, I mean the jump from like the Z1 Extreme and even the 7840U to the 8040U is not huge. No. In fact, sometimes I'm like squinting looking at these numbers. I'm like, no, that can't be right.
Yeah, like, what is this? Again.
What are you?
Yeah, so I mean, again, like I just don't think the difference in performance between the two.
Yeah, like
the upcharge.
Like I'm not above buying a 7840U handheld in 2025. Like it's still gonna be a solid performer.
Oh, for
even
sure.
if a lot of the games are at low settings, so what? They'll still play.
For sure.
Speaking of whatever happened to the Orange Pi handheld?
We're still waiting on that thing.
I mean, that was going to be $499 with a 7840, which is not bad at all. But what's going on there?
They said that it's still coming out, as far as I heard, as of CES. Anyways,
Oh wow!
Somebody, Mike Lynn, didn't he get one? Did he buy
one? Yeah, I don't know how he has one.
There is one guy in our Discord that owns an Orange Pi.
Dude, he owns
it's called.
Everything.
That's also why he sells everything.
So when are we changing the name of our show and our YouTube channel and our brand to just, I don't know, like Radical Handhelds or like something? Because like we haven't even covered retro yet, and we're an hour in here. Like,
well, I mean, we don't have to cover retro. I mean,
but we're retro handhelds, are we not?
Well, but SJ Gam has the M20 Pro.
Well, I was going to talk about that in a second.
But even like these have become retro handhelds to us. Like, yeah, we're going to play some modern games on it, but
we're all going to
we play SNES and NES on these things.
The
time.
Well,
Emu Deck.
If you're playing PS3 and Xbox 360, I hate to break it to you guys, but I consider that retro.
That's retro now, unfortunately.
So listen,
we're getting to a point where Switch 1 is going to become retro very soon. So
don't say that.
So we got to talk about that. So long. But that's what's great.
I mean, isn't retro 10 or more years?
No, I thought it's 15.
There's no rules. There's no
rules to it.
What is retro anymore?
I am making the rule. It's at least 15.
You want to say 15 years? I want to say there are no rules. That's what I want to say. What makes you feel retro in your heart?
When one of my students tells me I had that as a kid. That's when I think it's retro, because to them, that's retro.
Right.
When the console's older than some people on this podcast.
So any console released before the year in 1999 or before. I just see Rob pointing the wrong way entirely.
I think
Someone
that
has it easy.
I think we're cooking on this because it's true. And yes, we can do emulation on this stuff. And I think indie games count. But also, I mean, even things that came out. Dude, guys, I'm nostalgic like a kid for my Retroid Pocket 2 from 5 years ago.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
That's
You know
how
what
I
I mean?
feel about my 350M.
And that's why, I feel the pivot. I feel the pivot. Segue. That's why I'm excited for the Mini 028 with its lack of touchscreen. Its
Lack of
I
touchscreen
love
Android.
that color. I am so
Because-
happy. That's the
I know,
color I got.
It's a
I
beautiful
love
color,
that color.
but dude, we're back to the RP2 days. Remember when we had to use mouse mode to navigate the OS? We're using mouse mode in this. We're using mouse mode on this thing.
If you hold R3, you can
freaking
use the left stick
RP2.
to like move the mouse.
Oh, you still have yours.
I still, dude, I
I have
can't
mine
give it
too,
up.
Yeah.
Hey,
I can't quit
you
you.
can't give it up. You sold it to me at one point.
I can't quit it.
Got him.
I
Well,
sold it
there
back
it
to you for like $20.
Mine has been long.
That's what
gone
happens.
for years.
That's what happens. We miss our things, and then we're like, hey, that's why I sell to friends. That's why
You know what I've been hunting?
You know,
You know what I've been hunting is
we can
an
share.
OG Retroid Pocket 3. So if anybody's listening and has one, I want to.
Ban,
Oh.
don't you have one, Ban?
But
Mm-mm.
What
also,
happened to the one that you won for my giveaway?
C-Wag.
okay, and also
Wax got one.
Wagon.
specifically if you have it in what I have lovingly called the Shem White edition.
Oh,
If you have that one, I would love to take it off your hands because that has dome switches, which they moved away from. I would love to be able to mess around with that again.
We'll pay
a little nostalgic
$5
about it.
more than what Rob is offering.
No, this is my idea. I need
No,
Shem
You
White.
guys see that Andrew in this article for the we're rumoring the 34XX SP, which is going to be like a more Game Boy Advance aspect ratio SP potentially. We don't know. We'll see what happens after Chinese New Year. But in this picture, you notice how Andrew flips the device all the way back? Does that
Yeah.
I
hurt
saw
you?
that.
I
People are
don't
saying
care.
like this. I don't mind it,
That
but
picture's fantastic. Andrew takes gorgeous
oh,
photos.
Andrew's pictures.
Seriously.
Andrew's great at
Beautiful.
pictures. He's been
But-
helping me try and figure out pictures for the past like year, and I'm happy about that.
But he's been ribbing, or people have been ribbing him about that. And then also he was saying he's stretching his Game Boy aspect ratio to 4:3.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
like,
it. I love it.
and it's like, and I was trying
Love
to
it.
defend him, and I'm like, hey, I stretch PSP to 1:1.
So when I had the Retroid Pocket Mini, I actually did the 3:2 aspect ratio, but I moved it to the
Yeah.
top of the screen and I put like a little bezel underneath that had the Game Boy logo.
That's fair.
Oh,
That's
a
a good
really
way
nice
to go.
looking controller.
Yeah, and then Band's controller reviews up this week. Look at this, the PXN P5. I got to catch up on these articles. You guys just do such freaking good work.
The articles are unreal. They're so good.
I'm gonna read this
I-
one tonight.
I need to
Yeah,
get back
I
into
got
talking.
one up.
Something.
I need to get back into talking about handhelds because if you click on my name specifically to like view the articles
Is it
I've
all
done,
controllers?
it's like the last like half dozen have been like all
Well,
controllers.
Dude, it's you're passionate about controllers. Like that's what makes you excited. I want everybody at our age to do what makes them happy, makes them excited. Like that's what you should be doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But like I'm happy about that picture though.
Oh yeah, your
That's
victory
such a
heat
good
rally.
picture.
You know,
Yes.
Rob,
Oh,
I
yeah.
gotta play this game, and Rob turned me on to that. What's that game? You're in the
Parking
garage?
garage rally
Oh,
circuit,
that's such a good game.
Yeah, I
which,
love
which
that
actually Ben turned me on to. So
Oh,
you know.
okay. Well,
which
see,
I got it
great.
from Russ.
Yeah, I love it. It's just a cycle.
yeah, I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. X35H has been hitting the review cycle. I saw it posted to our Facebook group, and even James DeWitts who helped
Huh.
design the software was like, "Yeah, Mr. Who doesn't even like this one. It was designed by like this other guy in the company who doesn't, make the best stuff." And so, yeah, I don't know
They
if I'm
haven't
supposed to say
said-
that actually, but
It sounds like
Special
Gam-
building for the
But-
people who don't make the best stuff. They put them in that building.
it
this,
sounds
yeah,
like
in
Gamma
that-
kind of liked it.
and so I'm still looking forward to it. But Mr. Who, the CEO of Pow Kitty, was like,
I think Gamma has a type. There's a type.
Yeah.
He has a type of
Who
handheld.
designed the Pow Kitty pickleball set? Because they were cooking on that. That's a great pickleball.
Yeah.
set,
Where
tell
can
you
we
what.
get more of that? Like, like ping pong paddles, like all that.
Yeah, right. And then also, what the hell's up with this? The R36S Plus as well. This is another one.
I hate all of it. Burn it. Burn
I
it,
really
please.
want to say something.
What do you want to
I
say?
am so tired of getting constant, like, weird looking 3326
I hate
handhelds.
this so much.
We are well and truly past this point.
Yes.
No
This
one
is
should be buying these anymore.
Dude, they peaked. They peaked with the
Yeah, we're regressing now.
yeah, because I think they finally peaked a little bit last year with their, what was this one called? The V10?
The V10 and like the RGB 10X. I think
Excellent,
those are
yeah.
probably like those are what should have been the final
The
3326.
finale. But you have no control over this market, and these clones and these manufacturers keep
Clones are
on
terrible.
churning out these things with minimal differences. And at one time we were trying to fight it. We were yelling, and people told us to stop complaining. They're like, "Hey, what's the problem with more choice? Who cares? Let us have choice." And it's like, but you don't know how good we had it. We had during the heyday of the 3326 era, dude. There were some great devices, and now they just seem very lazy.
Do you remember the days when a handheld would come out and we would just do multiple videos on it because we just didn't know when the next one was coming?
Yeah. Now look at us.
I miss
it.
it.
Get one out.
Yeah, I like having that kind of community around a device.
Look at that.
Yeah.
1200.
But now they just like
Has a lion battery.
they're just coming in.
1200 milliamp hour battery. Oh.
I mean, at least it has waves. Look at that. There's a
Yeah,
wave.
but I bet you
At least
for
it
that,
has a battery, right?
but I bet you for that chipset it's probably okay.
But dude, look at that D-pad. That looks like the E5 or
The E6 Plus. Oh, that's terrible.
Ugh.
Oh yeah.
So who's responsible for this? Game? Is this Game Consoles doing?
That handheld.
No.
This is a clone, right? For Game
This is a
Console.
depressing
It's a game.
article.
It's a game console clone.
Yeah. So these clones keep coming, guys, and I'm excited. I love. Okay, my favorite R36. I mean, my favorite 3326 is the R36S, just the original, not the clones or anything. I gotta still do ban things that he made for me. I gotta put it on. He made me a, what do you call this? A grip?
Grip. Yeah, grip.
You 3D printed me this awesome grip, and I'm gonna do a video where I actually bought some mods, got some new buttons for it and stuff, and I'm gonna swap everything out in this and like do a modding video because I actually still adore this particular handheld. This is like one of my favorite verticals. It was so cheap. I like a lot about this minus the loud back buttons, and they were cooking. And this is also peak 3326 for me. And look, it looks like a starship.
So imagine playing with your $600 eGPU alongside your $25.
Well, did you watch my video because I plugged it into the R36S?
What? I did not watch the whole thing.
I was like, maybe maybe
it could cause a fire.
No, I'm totally kidding. I didn't actually like finish the connection in. It's just I was being silly, but,
thank you.
I don't want to kill my beloved because you know how hard it is going to be to find another legitimate R36S. I'm so scared to buy one because there's so many clones out there, and we actually have a chart, what do you call it? I
love the dedication to this handheld. It's kind of
people
impressive.
love it. People love it. And so seeing the clones and calling it an R36S Plus, that is a slap in the face to game console. Okay. If anything ever happens to my beloved game console, I don't know what I'd do. So
the likelihood is high.
The only good one that's come out since that like R36S is the R36H.
Is that good?
It's actually pretty decent. I just hate the fact they put the stick up top.
Is it a real successor, you think, to the R36S, or is it like a true horizontal version of the R36S? Would you say?
I think it's the true horizontal one.
Really? So people like that. So maybe that's one that I'll
love it.
on. You really, huh?
I mean, I got
it. You see it there? Do you have it with you? Do you have it in reach, or what are you doing?
It's not in reach. I can go get it.
Oh, you
'Cause
have
I'm-
it somewhere special? Do you keep it by
Well,
the?
no, I'm this.
by the
This is a
toolbox, or-
completely different space than where
Yeah,
I
I
was.
was gonna say the whole setup behind
Oh.
it is different.
Where are you?
I've been admiring his wiki pad, his upside down NVIDIA shield, which is making me very upset.
Well, that's the only way I
Wow.
could like.
PCS.
That's the
His
only way I could
collector's
store-
edition of Stardew Valley. You think I don't
Wow.
notice that?
and
Oh,
my
beautiful.
collector's edition of Golf Story underneath it
Good
Where do you
eye.
keep your
Nice.
R36H?
in the space that we do our
The
Monday
garbage
recordings.
where it belongs.
Here, I'll go get it. 1 second.
All right.
Perfect. It gives us time to look at your shelf.
I mean, I got my collector's edition here that I never even opened yet.
That's not an R36H. Oh,
No.
why?
H? Did you say R36H?
It's-
R36H? Is that
Yeah.
is that Wise 9?
It's Ease 10 Nordic.
Why is not?
Wise 10? Is it East
Yeah.
or Yes?
It's Ease.
It's
Like
Wise.
instead of East, it's East.
And then I just got
Wise.
this one in. I just got this one in too. I love the Ease series. It's one of my favorite
Whist.
series. You never played the Ease series?
Oh, I love that series, dude. I just pronounce it wrong according to
Oh,
I-
okay.
All right, Ben.
I love Band's headset. It's great.
Show me what you're. Show me what-
I love Band's head.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
fair.
So that's the purple. I saw it today on AliExpress. I could get one for $40 for an orange one to match my R36S.
No.
Now there
Don't
is
do it.
another one that released at the same time as this. That's like way worse.
What's that one called? Ugh.
The 030S.
I have that one. Please
But the-
don't.
But the D-pad's up top, at
Yes.
least.
I know
Transform
that part's
parts.
correct. The rest is wrong.
Why did they do stick up top for this? This is the 3326, right?
Yeah, these are both 3326.
What are they doing?
Being dumb.
So
I
is
mean,
it
like-
comfortable? Like, why do you like it?
I just like those candy bar style like vertical or horizontal handhelds. I mean,
Sure,
like, this style of like 3326 is like my favorite.
but would you say it's worth $40?
I think the R36H is.
All right, let me. Look,
I don't
let me
think
look at
I don't
AliExpress.
think the 030S or the
All right, yeah,
O30S.
let's go buy something here. Let's.
Yeah.
This-
We're gonna do it.
All right, let's
See,
go buy.
I still have my 351p.
Is that an RGB
10
It's RGB 10.
10? Yeah.
with a Vita stick.
Wait, did you
Okay.
mod that?
No, I got it. I got it this way.
Wait,
All right.
but that's not
Can
how
you-
it came, right? It's not. That's not
No.
how it. Yeah. Okay.
It came with some like really cheap and like sharp like black stick.
Can
You
you
say-
still get the metal shells for that?
No, long gone.
Man.
So, oh look,
That's-
it's on sale for $37.
But are you logged in?
No,
No.
The
he's
price
not.
will go up once you log in.
no.
You should type your password in for us to see.
Yeah, let's see your password. It's not like Sony can't just edit it out afterwar's.
Hold on, I need to buy
Yeah.
a 400.
Exactly.
Wait, what?
Why is it $4,000?
Why is it $4,000?
What?
How many did you have?
happening here?
It's only $20.
No, it said $4,000. Why did it say 4,000?
No, if
That's
you buy
150
150
units, it's $4,000.
What? I've never seen that before.
He's on a
Oh,
business
he's on
account.
Business Prime. That's why. Never
Yeah.
mind.
Zoo's gonna be pissed.
Sony, blur this out. He's about to go into the checkout with his address.
I can request a quote for 377 of those keyboards. Oops.
And there's his address.
Okay, we'll switch over there. Sony just blocked that out. Okay, I purchased it. All right, so now let's go over here. Boyhom. Is that my best bet, you think, with that Boyhom?
Yeah. Boyhom's
Yeah.
always your best
Boyham's
bet.
the guys that make it, I think.
I'm pretty sure.
Let me log in real quick. So
Sadly.
it's gonna go up. Sadly, that's gonna be upsetting. So let me sign in with my
An SJ Gam.
credentials.
Why does
Uh,
the SJ GAM have two home buttons?
Why not? If you can't go home one
I
way, you go home
hate
another way.
This thing.
Why does your mom have two
What is
home
happening?
buttons?
We're
I don't know.
My mom's
regressing.
dead,
So-
Stubbs.
Rob,
What?
I
We're going backwards.
I'm very, very sorry. Wait, is that
That's
real?
fun.
I
Yeah,
thought you
my
were making
mom.
a joke.
No, my mom's
Sorry,
dead.
man. Oh,
Just-
Stubbs.
oh my God! Not watching a podcast or anything, right?
Don't cut this out, Sony.
It's fine. She's been dead for
Mike-
like 5 years now.
Oh,
It's
then
okay.
I guess. Oh, then no problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I'm sorry. Before I even met you, you were just a youth.
He's trying
Yeah,
to
I guess
decide if
so.
were you
All right, let's buy-
youthful 5 years ago before you
Let's
went
No,
Stubbs?
when did we meet? Like when did we actually start talking?
Didn't we start talking? I don't know, like 2022 maybe.
Okay, so
Something
3
like that.
years.
okay, so my mom's only been dead like 4 years. She died in 2021.
He's
Man, she
using,
didn't even get to play the RP2. I'm sorry.
No,
Man.
she didn't get to play the RP2.
Are you have
That's
you
all right.
healed? Are you good?
Oh yeah, no, I healed before she died. It was really bizarre.
Whenever I have a strong attachment to a family member, often a blood member or not, it takes me a good 3 years to sort of go through the grieving process. So you kind of pre-grieve.
So
Dan's gonna lose it here. Death is part of life. Accept it.
So
all right.
my mom had a change of personality before she died, like a severe one. Like she'd gotten like very like belligerent and just nasty. Like
Sorry.
And so like when that happened, I kind of grieved the person she was.
Well, it's
And
like
kind of accepted that the person that she was when she died was not my mother.
was she dementia?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it hit hard.
I'm sorry, man.
It's
Hey,
part of life, like you said.
Hey, you're playing games a lot. That keeps your brain really, your synapses, like firing well, and should help, right?
I mean, I feel like I'm doing content more than playing games these days, but that's not a bad thing.
Well, anything to keep your mind engaged.
Yeah,
right?
I was gonna say, keeps my mind engaged.
And if not, we'll all go. Dude, I'm gonna be friends with you guys the rest of my life, as far as I'm concerned. So, like, I
agree.
We go down on this ship together.
You guys
know
are
what I mean?
stuck with me
Yeah, let's go down on this.
because you all know I'm gonna outlive you.
Yeah,
I mean, that's just by nature of you being young.
Sick handheld collection.
Yeah, you're definitely outlive
The
us.
problem is by time we die, these handhelds are going to be so obsolete that
Pant's gonna be the only person that knows what they are.
Yeah,
everyone will always know what the MSI Claw is.
He'll finally get his Cune though.
I'll get 3 of them.
That's some good swag right there.
One of each color. He'll have them on
Like,
the next
Hey,
belt.
that's some good swag.
So you guys are all just like I am in your will just for the handhelds. That's it.
You guys know that
just for the Cune.
And I probably will get
my
dementia
son will
first
get the rest of
the
my other
4 of
handhelds,
us,
but
anyways.
but you'll
I
get
don't
the
know
Cune.
about that. I'm thinking it might be Rob.
So
think
I don't
Rob
know.
will?
I don't know who will get the 351p though, because this is legit my second handheld ever.
You think the battery's gonna last that long?
Fair?
I mean, the Ambernick ones, they will probably last a little longer.
Mm.
I'm still gonna be playing on my
Look at this.
R36S.
I still have the Wi-Fi adapter for this thing.
You can have
With
this dongle tower.
Dongle Tower from Ban is really good.
Oh, nice.
You
All
need
right.
to fill it.
So sorry if anyone out there has anxiety from listening to our conversation. We have dark humor as friends, and this is just what makes us happy to talk about. So we're going to switch over to this tab, and this tab is going to feature me spending money. So the
Hey, they have a
R36.
green one.
Did you see the green one?
Oh,
No.
Don't show them the green one.
Where's
So
my
this
phone?
is they have the Boy Hom factory direct store, and let's see. Oh, what the hell? How do you? Oh,
What do
say
you-
see preview. I don't know how to work this website. Okay,
You should get a black one, and we could compare it to AYANEO's plastic.
we should.
Well, they don't have a solid black one.
Oh, they don't? I thought I saw one.
They have a
Let me-
transparent
Let me
black.
full screen this. It's kind of hard to see.
What's the one on the bottom there with the white one? Is that not a?
It's like a gray. It's kind of nice. It's like a gray, and here's this transparent black, and they also have green,
And then what's that? What's that one next to the green?
orange.
No, other way.
Oh,
Oh no,
transparent black.
it is transparent black.
it's a
Never
different
mind.
size. The red looks decent, but man, oh man, I don't know. I really like the orange, especially if it's going to be like this
I
orange.
love the orange R36S. That was my favorite color.
This looks like a
the one that
darker
you have.
orange to me. Yeah,
You should get it to compare oranges.
yeah, I might.
That way you're comparing oranges to oranges and not apples to oranges.
Exactly, oranges to oranges. And actually, for some reason, the green, that shade of green, like this jade green, doesn't appeal to me as much as the orange. Did I say
See,
appeal to me?
Yeah,
This reminds me of the 351p. It's a 4x3, right?
yeah.
It's not bad. So you're a fan, huh?
And
Eh,
what's
I wouldn't go
really
that
funny
far.
is it keeps the like amber like pads on the back.
Interesting. Does have
They're
those Android
different pads.
Yeah, but actually, I completely forgot about this. The R36H has a battery compartment.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look
So-
at that. That's
so, like,
cool.
It does.
It's
Look
funny
at
because
that.
if you look at like mine, for example, it just pops off if you like push out the right angle.
Oh,
The worst part is the battery's just loose in there.
wow. Okay.
Oh wow.
Like it's
Oh, it
in
is.
by a wire, but like
Yeah, it's
you just pop it in, and then
pop it in.
once
There
you
you go.
line up, it has the like actual game console like thing on it
Sure.
versus like all of the sepia text, you know.
Yeah, but I like that it's in the battery compartment and not just like prominent on the back of the device. They like hid the branding.
No,
Dan,
no,
what
it's
did-
on the back.
Band, do you
It's
suggest,
on the outside.
Band, do you suggest orange or
Ah.
green?
I mean, if you get the green one, at least then I know I can get one for cheaper later on.
That's what I was gonna say.
Because
You'll probably get it for cheaper. Because which device should I get into our group's rotation?
green. Because
want-
I mean, I think you should do a color comparison, but that's just me.
why not?
I'm
get
also
two of
trying
them?
to throw off Band's attempt here.
Yeah, well, I think the orange definitely looks a little different than this orange. It looks like it's a darker orange by
Yeah, and if
by
you-
a hue, by a little bit. Like look
if
at this
you-
orange versus like it's I don't know. That's a darker
It could
orange.
also just be a really bad render.
That's more
See,
than
I'm really
likely true.
I'm really
Yeah.
curious. I'm really curious about the orange, but the green does pop. $41 though. So can we get this any cheaper? And what about coupons? Do we have any coupons going on right now?
You can get $3 off of a $29 purchase or more. There are a few United States coupons going on right now.
Look at this, but I can get the orange here for
You can get for
that's not-
$33 after the coupon.
after the coupon. This green one is more of like a aqua, and I'm just not. I don't know. It does. I don't love it, but the orange I really like. Let's get the orange. Look at this, $36 cheaper.
I like how this episode is just kind of turned into, hey, Stubbs is buying things now.
We're reacting to his shopping.
And look, there's your
Let's
address
shop
again.
together
Yeah.
on
Sony,
AliExpress.
stop. Remove this, Sony.
I'm
No,
still
Hey,
trying to get,
I actually didn't have your phone number. I have it now.
But you do.
Damn fast.
USF. What's the code, Dan? USF9 or something like that.
The codes work.
USAFF03.
03. Did you just memorize that?
No, that's a guess.
Single use only. I used it on something.
There was a time where Ben just like he copy and pasted codes. He had it ready to go like all the
used it on
time.
this.
Yeah, but then there's
thing
someone in the
actually-
RH Discord that has like a content creator threat forum that's literally just AliExpress coupon codes.
coupon.
A coupon.
Yeah, so I got another what turned out to be a 30 or a 3326 device pound XU Mini M MagicX whatever.
Hopefully the new one is not a 3326.
So it is
did you
an
get yours yet?
A33P. No, mine hasn't shown up yet. So
I might be getting mine tomorrow.
you guys, it's
my-
funny is like I spearheaded getting all those review units out to everybody, and everyone's getting them, and I'm like, well, that's fine. I'll wait.
Mine
I-
is stuck
I
in
feel
Illinois.
bad. Like,
Mine
don't feel
is
bad.
how about
On the
how am I
longest
getting
airplane flight possible.
how am I getting stuff before you guys? I'm like in Connecticut. Like I'm in a nowhere state.
That's okay.
Well,
You
apparently there's
should-
like a conduit between Ohio and Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Yeah.
You guys discovered. It's
Yeah, like,
impressive.
Yeah.
if you get the handheld first, you have every right to make the video first, and you should, man. Like, we will promote you, and I will be stoked to watch the video. It's just the only caveat is I won't watch your video until I make my video because I don't want to be.
I know.
I wanna
No,
be,
you can't be. That's why I haven't watched I haven't watched a lot of Claw content. I haven't watched a lot of Odin content yet
Yeah,
because
You don't want to be influenced.
I don't want to be influenced. The only
Yeah.
Odin video that I've watched is Rob's Winlator video because I want to figure out what I should be playing in my final review.
Got it.
Everything.
So, well,
Definitely.
I'm gonna definitely load up Witcher 3 for it because I want to try and get that working, and I think I want to try and load up Shadow of Mordor. Like I want to show games that are not just like 2D indie games. I want to show that like you can actually powerhouse some pretty good RPGs on this thing. And I did get Skyrim on GOG because I'm actually thinking of showing that off.
Dude, I just bought the anniversary edition of Skyrim finally.
Yeah.
Skyrim's a good one to show off. It's a fun
People
one to
don't
show
like
off.
that version, I know, but at least it has all the mods built in, so I don't have to like go hunt them down.
I was gonna say, what are the odds that you can actually get Skyrim running with mods through Winlator?
Oh, you could do it.
You could.
Yes.
One.
Yes.
Yeah.
One
Because
thing
there's a mod pack that I love called Legacy of the Dragonborn, and
Yeah.
basically,
Rob, you got to make a video
Oh.
about that. But sorry, to interrupt you.
oh no, that's fine. Ben, you know what I'm talking about?
I did.
I
Make a
think
video
I've got a
about
good
that.
idea what you're talking about. I can't
About
remember what
Skyrim?
it's called.
No, not about
It's-
Skyrim.
Well,
but
no, I haven't watched your Winlator video yet. I'm going to because it's very intriguing to me. I want to learn more about it. I'm not a Winlator expert or anything, but making specifically a video on Skyrim would be huge.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love that.
I think it would be.
It's
I think it's
wizardry
like-
to me.
There are
With,
so
like-
many people who love Skyrim that if
Oh,
they could
yeah.
play it on something
Oh, yeah.
else with their mods, I think would be big.
Yeah, like if I could play Skyrim with Legacy of the Dragonborn, which that's like basically it's a museum. You like everything you collect in the game, you could bring and donate to the museum. It's almost like Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
And it gets displayed in this
That's
like
cool.
area. So like it incentivizes you to want to like keep and hang on to certain pieces of loot that you find in dungeons and all that, or to craft stuff and do all that, because then you could just end up giving it to Legacy of the Dragonborn.
All right, now I've gotten the R36H. Now I can say I have last days since purchased eWaste 0. That's right. We're resetting the counter, everybody.
I feel like every time we get together, you
guys-
buying some e-waste.
You influencers, come on now.
I influence no one but myself.
Hey,
Yeah,
I
was
got
gonna say, I'm pretty sure nobody influenced you here.
I got
Yeah.
to influence Ross this week, and that I'm proud of that. Because he was making a perfectly awesome video on the Razer streaming app that's coming out, and then I was in his DMs and I was like, Pluvia, and he's like, "What's this?" It's like Pluvia, precious, and I was hyped because you guys were getting me hyped, and so I hadn't really played with it too much myself yet. I didn't know that it had all these shortcomings, and Russ was like, "Oh, I should make a video on that," and I was like, "Yes, that would be very interesting." And then he went and did it, and then he was like, "Well, you can't do too much with this yet, but we'll see." And then everyone's having problems with it, and nothing's working right. And it's all. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry, Russ. I'm very sorry.
I've had more luck on the Odin
Love
2
you.
original than the Odin 2 Portal with Pluvia.
Which is really
It's
weird.
interesting.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
some
really
people
weird.
portals
But-
work great, and some aren't. Like mine doesn't work at all with Pluvia.
But even like weird things like Switch stuff, like the Mark 1 drivers are working well in the Portal, but then people go to use them on their Mini and they're like
Makes no fucking
emulators
sense.
crashing, and yeah,
Makes
like,
no
it's-
sense.
it's-
No sense.
it's the weirdest thing because all the
No
Odin 2s have the same chipsets.
No sense at all.
Yeah.
No sense. Now. What I do have to say about that is that of those Winlator front ends, it seems like GameServe, of all people, might be cooking the most on a front end for the Winlator.
Yeah, the Game Fusion, the Game Hub.
Game Hub, and there's another one too, right? There's I can't remember the name.
Xiaomi has one. that they're working-
Xiaomi.
Xiaomi, whatever, how we pronounce their name. Yeah.
And so
Xiaomi?
it's the year of these front ends for Winlator, and Winlator is so freaking cool. And if anyone there who's listening doesn't know what that is, basically it just lets you play Windows games on Android.
On Android, yeah.
It is so cool. I don't understand it. I have yet to like put together my own Winlator image of my own stuff. I've been relying on these front ends, but I'm gonna learn from Rob's video. I'm gonna watch Rob's video.
Yeah.
Watch Rob's video.
There are a few games that I just want to try that I've seen pop up in a few Winlator videos, but I'm excited about it.
And
I'm excited to try some Skyrim and some Oblivion.
A lot of cool stuff you can do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Witcher 3, just that alone blows my mind. Because that is not an easy game to run, and the Portal can do it.
yeah. I'm really sorry about talking about your mom earlier.
You don't
Well, I don't know how many
if
times.
it makes you feel better, I can talk about your mom.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's talk about stuff.
Yeah, let's talk about your mom. Yeah.
And she's probably a wonderful human being.
She is. She's as my friends say, she's aged well and she's doing great. So she's. I don't know what they mean by that, but they. I love my mom. Dude. Great. She's cool. Yeah. Now I gotta visit my mom. I think I'm gonna go visit my mom this weekend.
Do it.
Yeah.
Go visit your moms, folks.
I think I'm gonna go visit my mom this Sunday. Yeah. Everyone go contact your moms. Call your mom. Go to your mom. Hang out with mom.
My mom also passed away, like Mike's, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I didn't know your mom.
Actually, a long time ago. Almost 20 years now.
Are you doing good?
Yeah.
I mean,
I think I remember you talking about that at CES. We had a little heart to heart.
Rob, where are you?
We always have heart to hearts.
Yeah.
Mikhailov.
Yeah, I don't think the audience really knows. Like, oh, look at this.
Oh,
By the way, Rob does
I'm
give
leaning
the
for a
best-
kiss. I saw that. You're trying to kiss me.
Rob gets the best bro hugs.
Dan, your mom's alive, right?
yes, my mom's alive.
She just had him last week. I mean, I would hope so.
Come on. Come on. No.
All right.
He's one of those babies that came out with a full
If
hair.
your mom's dead, get a
Full hair,
talk.
beard.
Go to a psychic and just talk to your mom beyond the grave. Like whatever you got to do. Get in contact with your mom.
Psychics. Wow.
I have
I don't know. I don't know.
I have ready access, available access to the ashes. So
What?
I keep
yeah.
I keep my grandma's ashes right on my windowsill in my closet. There's a window. She has a window. She has a window. And I love my grandma. She's like a mom.
we put the urns for both my parents in the room of my parents' house that they loved spending the most time in. It just seemed appropriate.
It feels good.
And my brother's living in the house now, so
That's good.
They get technically, I still get to go visit them whenever I need to.
We were talking about putting my grandma in like a mausoleum or something, getting a plot, and it's like it felt right to just leave her with the kid, like around the kids and the family energy, and like that felt better to us, better to me, and I believe that's what she might have wanted, dude. She was very close with the kids, and
yeah.
I'm glad I got to tell her my son's name right before she passed. Like, hey, I named my son after her ex-husband who had passed my grandpa, and yeah, it's dude, yeah, we got deep here all of a sudden. Grandparents are really rich. They're the original retro.
Yeah.
So
my parents did get to meet Kyle before they passed. So I was at least, and actually, I'm not really a spiritual guy, but there are times where I do think supernatural influence happens from somewhere, and
someone's watching over you. The fact that you were able to win a Legion Go after you had just gotten rid of it, the day before.
There was a time where we thought Kyle was getting reunified, and we thought we were going to lose him, and it didn't pan out that way, and we ended up being able to adopt him. And
wow,
half of me wonders if there was, if my parents were up there, strong arming some forces.
I think I believe in all that
to make it happen.
I definitely believe in all that, and yeah, man, all of it. I mean, I never talk about this stuff on the podcast really, but yeah, I'm a spiritual person myself. I believe, my grandma watches over us, and that I believe there's something. So I've never mentioned that before.
I mean, even for people who have more scientific beliefs, like energy is not created or destroyed; it is just moved.
My wife is a scientist for her living and for her life, and she explains that too. She's like, well, in quantum physics, like energy cannot be created or destroyed. Yeah, and technically there is no destruction; it just changes form. What that is, you can't prove it yet. You don't know. Yeah. But I'm going to be emulating, unfortunately, 33 on the 3026, probably well beyond my lifetime, and I regret that. So listen, Afterlife, if there's any way we could get some like AYANEO, like coons up there, or coons, or whatever how you ever pronounce it, that'd be great. It's like a claw.
So, do you think there's an afterlife for e-waste?
I hope so, man. I hope that all these don't just go unloved and dumped somewhere. You know what I mean?
Do you think my RG351V that stopped working and I had to throw out? Do you think that that's giving somebody joy somewhere else?
So they say in some religions and some worldviews that no matter what it is, object, human, tree, anything, if you give it a personality, if you give it life because you love it, it in some way is alive. It some way lives. It some way has, existence. So you can like project existence into almost anything, they say. And so that's why like when I say take care of your handhelds and each other, I mean take care of your handhelds because they're watching you and they have feelings too. So take care of them.
This just camera right there.
Never just toss.
It's literally watching you.
It's literally watching me.
No, they're watching you. You just feel them, touch them.
No.
And like they need love too. And this isn't like that episode of My Strange Addiction where the guy like loves his car too much. But I'm saying with handhelds, you know what? They want to be played on. So I would say that's why I'm becoming a device minimalist, because I couldn't play all of my 100 freaking handhelds. I really want to care for each one, make sure the battery's good, make sure that the games, are on there and it gets turned on and it gets used in some way, using a roulette wheel to like choose game of the month when you play games on here, like some of our patrons and owls and game of the month champions do, man. You know what? I think that's beautiful. And I just want to see the devices played. I will give away devices every year. I will sell devices. I will make sure that they go somewhere that somebody enjoys them. If not, my kids, but they often actually in their generation, they want a touch screen, everything. They don't care about the controls. They just want a tablet.
My son loves this.
Really? I want to get
my happy because otherwise
Nano.
it'd be sitting in my drawer. So,
He adores this thing. It's the perfect size for his hands. He's playing like random Game Boy games. He was enjoying like Mickey's Dangerous Chase the other day, and he was able to at 4 years old kind of figure that game out, and he was just having a blast.
Yeah,
he adores this thing.
Well, I think on that note, everybody, you guys want to? I'm hungry. You guys want to hear a little combo?
I'm really sorry. I like statted up the podcast.
You didn't. I was talking about it too. I asked you, hey,
this is your space today.
I like it. I like it because I don't feel bad. It doesn't sadden the podcast or depressing because guess what? Literally everybody listening and watching has had someone pass away.
Yeah,
like
it's part of life,
It's part of living.
We're all older gentlemen, well, most of us, but
yeah, like
we've experienced 40, things. Yeah,
we're all getting over that hill, and except for Ban, who was born, a couple weeks ago, but
Poor
we
Ban.
all have experience. One of us is Ban's father, legally speaking.
Yes, we've talked about this before. If it's actually possible, then there's a possibility. There is a possibility.
Yeah. So,
I mean, aren't the three of us old enough to be his father?
Yeah. Well, I think
not quite. I don't think
we're about 40-ish. So
I'm very mid 20s.
You had a lot of fun very early on.
If I was gonna say when I was 15, I was dating.
I mean, why not?
Yeah.
I mean,
seems like a good age.
I teach juniors and seniors, so like
she dumped me in Nebraska.
Oh, you're just talking about
See?
that again.
Wait a second, it's all adding up now.
Wait a minute.
It's all adding up. Was she by any chance a redhead?
I'm not even a redhead.
Did we conceive Ban in 2002 in Nebraska when I was there? Because I was there at the right time.
I was born before 2002.
Don't ask questions now.
I'm asking questions.
You don't even know your son doesn't even know the year he was born.
He doesn't even know the year he was born. All I'm saying is I don't even know. I don't remember the year that I was there necessarily. It could have been 2001, 2000. It was a long time ago. I was just a kid.
Wait.
The computers got hacked in Y2K, so
the
years are all wrong.
I was in Nebraska when Ban was.
I could see it in the nose. Do you have
passion
different?
for e-waste?
Do you have different thumb sizes?
No, mine are good. We've done this before.
Yeah, you guys did it on the
We
podcast.
did this, yeah. Thumb comparison.
Oh, I listened in audio, by the way. What happened with the Xbox keyboard? Where like all of you got excited because that didn't really translate into audio.
Oh,
I think it was the
Was it
glowing
Stubbs trying to find a
key.
function key?
function key.
You were trying to find the function key, which is
found it.
hilarious because I
Found it.
just automatically thought of Homer Simpson, and then you said it.
Where was it? Where was it, Stubbs?
It's over on the. It's in a weird spot. It's on the far end over here, just on the
Oh.
very.
Which is a
keyboard.
weird spot.
That is a weird spot.
Very weird spot. Yeah,
It's not
Yeah.
like that.
it's because of the A and B that they put there.
Well, I
Well,
couldn't
like-
see. I couldn't see it saying that because the lights were all lit up in it.
This one doesn't even have a function button.
Yeah, so this keyboard is different. This is functionally different from the other 8-bit
Ah.
though.
Functionally.
Yeah. Oh,
Wow.
this one has a function button.
Wow.
This
We
one
almost
has a
gave
function
poor
button.
Stubbs over there a heart attack from that one.
Yeah, he did.
I'm too young for this. No, I don't want to die yet.
You know how many times we broke Stubbs at CES?
Oh yeah.
No,
that's great.
nothing
Especially
broke.
Andrew. We really almost broke Andrew.
I know, but
No,
nothing broke me than more than Ban saying you after we were recording on Monday,
Oh, I
this
wish I
to
was
me.
there for that.
and his voice cracked so perfectly, and I was dying for like 15 minutes. I couldn't handle it.
What
I wish that
finally-
was still recording.
Like he was being
What-
so nice to me, and then he just insulted because he was like something. He was like you, and his voice cracked, and it was the sweetest.
and you
F
didn't
you.
capture it.
I was dying. I loved it so much, and it's in my head. I've been replaying it on a loop for like days, and it makes me
Good.
smile.
I mean,
Good.
that's not the first time that we've replayed something with the word and
Well, we can say because Sony can bleep it. Oh yeah, Sony, can you bleep all the? I guess we get one
Yeah.
or two. But
Yeah,
bleep the other
Sony.
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah, please bleep at
you
least one
can't,
of
you can't really tell the story about how like we all
Bleep.
took your soundbite of you saying "shut the f up" at CES and just played it on repeat over and over again.
Yeah.
the looking
Shut-
off to the distance.
from like all
See?
different from like all our different phones.
another nice perk of being in the part of the Owls is
Yeah.
I've dropped that video a couple times in random spots.
Yeah, we get to do all
Oh, that's
the RH After Dark in the Owl chat.
In
We
the
get to
Owl
drop
chat.
all
Yeah.
our bonus content. That
Oh yeah,
is
because
not-
even like when we were in the
YouTube.
car dancing a System of a Down.
Mhm. That's right. We get to share all the stuff that's not safe for YouTube.
Yeah.
Sony, please edit out all the horrible things that are going to get us canceled from the episode, or don't, but probably do. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, if you get us canceled, that's your job as well. Like you're fired.
I'm definitely fired as well.
Yeah.
All right, dude. We'll save
And
the
on-
rest for Monday. We're also going to talk about the SJ Gam thing and GeForce Now, but let's save something for Monday to talk about. So we'll leave it there
Yeah.
tonight.
On-
Guys, it's been good talking, dude. If you want to check out, as you probably already know this, but TeamRetrogue, Mikhailov here, he is one of our partners, and we value him so much. We love to just share his content. So you'll see him on Twitter and other places, but check him out on YouTube as well. At TeamRetrogue, right? At TeamRetrogue.
Yeah. That's right.
And I'll put it in the show notes. He's our first guest this season for these offline episodes. And you'll see him again on our live show as well. We're going to have him drop by for the fun and shenanigans there.
I sometimes weasel my way over there.
He just
Yeah,
like shows up. We can't stop him.
Well, you have the link,
Yeah.
so you can kind of just drop in.
I mean, I usually show up for the after parties, but every now and again I get the bug and I like DM you and I'm like, hey, can I be on? I just want to hang out.
Yeah, and that's
We
how
love
it should
having
be.
you on.
We love
honestly.
having you
Yeah.
on. So
Yeah.
Oh,
fun.
it's always a fun time. Like we've all become so close, and it's just keep that friendship going.
We're going to keep the friendship going. We're going to talk
Yeah.
more. And we want to hear from you all out there. You know, who should be our next guest? Mikhailov, who should be on next for this series?
Oh wow, you're putting it on me. This
Yeah,
like
well,
popcorn.
you-
It's like popcorn
you-
reading at school.
Yeah. Pick
Yeah,
somebody.
Oh,
Yeah, somebody who's
God,
been on the show before.
this is
maybe,
a
or not,
this is a lot of pressure. Who should be the next
Who do
guest?
you want to see? Who do you want to see us
Go,
deep dive with
go,
and ask if their
go,
mom's dead?
Go.
Andrew. Get Andrew
Oh.
on.
I tried to get him on tonight.
He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to do
He
it.
won't do it. He doesn't want to do it. Yeah, I don't. I'll
All right,
ask again, but he doesn't want to be in the podcast.
If you can't do Andrew, then I'm gonna say let's do Baldly Rudy.
Oh,
that'd
yeah.
be fun.
I'd love to
Get Rudy
on here.
back in here.
Rudy, coming on the show next week. You don't know this yet, but you'll be.
You will find out.
We will make this happen.
And Rudy, when you are on the show, you have to talk about when we met for the first time.
Okay, I want to hear this story. We're gonna save it.
Because it was literally he was the first person I met at MSI.
Okay, all right.
Oh, interesting.
I haven't heard this
I
story.
need to know this now.
We actually went and got lunch before Stubbs showed up at the hotel.
Oh, I remember that. Yep, I remember
right.
those messages.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
DM him right now. Let's see if I get a yes from him while we're recording. Let's see.
Get a live record.
He's hyper online. I bet you he's around.
Probably.
You want to record with us on our new offline guest podcast next week? Question mark. And I got to do like a winky face,
Winky face.
kissy face.
Hashtag blame Mikhailov. I think you got to put him on the spot too. You got to have him pick the next guest.
Oh
That
yeah, I
should
think
be
we
a
should we
thing.
just carry this forward as our thing for this year.
Yeah,
I
he's second
say-
to the thing.
I love that.
That'd be fun. Dead Fred asked me, "Did you injure your hand, Stubbs, when holding that GON charger from AYANEO?"
Oh my gosh.
And because it's a freaking size of this.
Oh,
Holy crap.
Look at this charger, 300 watts.
That's amazing.
wow.
And you want to be portable with this thing?
I know.
That's
So
ridiculous.
that's like, hold on. Let me take out my. I can't. That's just hilarious.
Just see
Is
you
it-
setting this on setting up on the airplane. Taking out the person's
getting like one of the like mechanism like things, hooking it up to the back. Oh man.
Anyways,
Yeah,
Rudy's
you know
gonna be
what?
on this
impressive,
podcast
yeah.
for the next episode.
I'm
has
sure
been
he'll say
willed.
yes.
It has been willed into existence. All right,
Yes.
everybody. Well, I don't need to do any.
You should tag him. Say join us for the next episode with Rudy.
I'll just surprise him.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like,
He'll be like, wait, what?
That's even better when we drop this. So I don't know when we're going to be dropping these
Yeah.
one-offs, but I asked our producer Sony if it could be edited and released by Sunday at the latest. I'm hoping for Saturday night, like we record on Fridays or Thursdays, and we hopefully get it out by Saturday evening. But I can't put that kind of pressure either. Like it's the weekend, people have stuff going on, so you might see it Sunday. You may even see some of these drop after our following live podcasts, but I hope not, because the news cycle, as you know, goes very fast around here. Even when all the handheld makers are off for Chinese New Year, doesn't matter. Things are still happening.
Oh god,
It-
I don't feel on
yeah.
vacation at all.
I know, right?
I've always got stuff to do.
I
Yeah.
know. All right, so we've hit 2 hours now. I want to say this should be an hour, but that's not going to happen. We cut too
No.
much good stuff out. So this will probably be around hour 45, 2 hours. So everybody, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share to stay in the know for all of your favorite retro handheldies. And a special thanks once again to all of our patrons, our subs, our Discord members, our friends. You all make everything here possible for us. Please, please, please do join us in the Discord to chat and play games. We love having you there. Perks with RH start for as little as only, $3 dineros a month. Actually, in USD, they're $3. Join us on what? The Monday podcast
Yeah.
for a live situation. We'll be back hanging out with somebody, Russ or somebody else. I don't know who yet. Nobody knows. Maybe Rudy.
Yeah.
Hell if I know. Anyways, I'm trailing off. I need to eat some dinner. Okay, guys.
Me too.
This has been Stubbs on behalf of Mikhailov, Ben, and Rob the Retro Tech Daddy, saying, for those handles, everybody, and each other. Bye.
Take care. Bye.
Bye everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.